to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
Storyline that's coming out of spring is that Francis Mauigoa is going to start. You know what I'm saying? Like the freshman seems like he's going to start. He's been playing with the first team. Samson Okunlola's been playing with the second team. And just based on that, it seems like he will start. The only chance that he does not start is if Zion Nelson comes back healthy in the fall.
Man, kick rocks, man.
That's the only chance, because Zion Nelson is, better. He's a better player when healthy.
And I say availability is the best ability.
Than a freshman. So that's the only chance. But I think that's really kind of the main storyline coming out of.
It can't be. Hold up. I heard Hurricane Bain been running amok over there, boy. And I heard that the same guy that you just been talking about, the one that, we think that's going to be the right tackle starting, Mauigoa. I heard that Reuben Bain probably put him on his ass once or twice. I'm not sure if that's true. It's all speculation. But I heard that on 560, so it must be true. And that was my former student, so I was going crazy while I was hearing that early in the morning. I was like, what? And then they're saying, like, hold up. You're not going to keep this guy off the field? I know he's a freshman, but he's been getting reps with the first tier players as well. And from my understanding is they're thinking about probably putting him inside, like I kind of thought they was probably going to go ahead and do. Me personally, I think they're going to be, he's going to be a D end, he's going to be a D tackle. They're going to be focused and moving him around. That's what I just think. I don't think they're just going to keep him in one particular spot. But hold up, Hurricane Bain in your vein. Let's go. That's what I've been hearing.
What do you see from Reuben Bain for the first set of practice?
Yeah, I love Reuben Bain. He is as advertised to everybody out there. I believe he's going to be a special player here, a very hard worker. I got some reps against him today in 2-minute drill, and I just, feeling him out, seeing what he can do. He has a very deep tool bag, you know what I'm saying, and he works very hard. So obviously with his brother being here, he even stays after practice and get reps with his brother, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the type of player that a lot of you fans are going to love coming up for the next couple of years, and a lot of draft scouts keep their eyes on as well.
Yeah. I've been hearing that too, man. Hurricane Bain, not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, he plays with a chip on his shoulder, man. He plays with that Miami chip, like that, I'm going to prove to the world that I'm great, even though, national haters are hating on me. And that's what he's doing. I'm not surprised at all that he's making noise in spring. And I'm excited for him, man. He's a really good kid. Love talking to him every time I talk to him. And, he's into this type of stuff as far as like, communications and journalism and, producing videos and stuff like that. So, love the kid, and he's real, and he loves ball, and, just can't wait to see what he does on the field for real. I think he's going to be another Akeem Mesidor, the same way that they've been using Akeem Mesidor. Mesidor sometimes would be inside, sometimes he'd be outside. But everywhere you play him, he's a dog. So I think he's Akeem Mesidor 2.0, and he's probably going to be, times 10, because I think he's going to end up being better than Mesidor when his career is all said and done. Another young player that's doing well, even though he's in his second year, that I hear is doing well, is Nigel Lee Kelly, man. Okay. Nigel Lee Kelly, I hear, is tearing it up. Like he is a sophomore, but everything I hear about Nigel Lee Kelly is extremely positive. From, of course, Dillard High School in Fort Lauderdale, down the street from where I stay. So yeah, man, he's making a lot of noise as well. I'm hearing Francisco Mauigoa, the brother, the linebacker, is really doing well. He picked off Tyler Van Dyke, I heard in practice. And I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, but still, the fact that he's making that type of play already is a very positive sign. Cam Kitchens, I'm hearing, is gonna be, enjoy. Basically, let's just enjoy this year with Cam Kitchens right here because he's going to the league in the following year.
Yeah, but you said that dude from that transfer from Oklahoma, you said that he's over here already calling shots, calling people out. So if we lose Kitchens, then I'm not gonna feel no type of way. This guy that's supposed to be a 3-star looking like he like a 4-5-star. I don't mind.
I saw Caleb Spencer at practice. Dude is big, man. Like he's a big dude for a freshman. Okay. Like he's big where he could probably play linebacker. That's how big he is. And compared to like the other guys that are older than him, he looks big. So I can see why he's turning heads in practice as well. So those are really kind of the big storylines. I'm hearing that Ray and Robbie are out there making plays. Jacoby George is pretty much solidifying himself as the number 2 receiver, and then you got Kobe Young and Isaiah Horton as your 2 big receivers as the number 1. And of course, X is going to do his thing. Of course, he's your number 1 slot receiver with Rashard Smith backing him up. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the tight ends is pretty much locked down as well. You got Cam McCormick, who's kind of he's an 8-year player, which blows my mind, but hopefully he can stay healthy. He's really just adding to depth to that position. But Jaleel Skinner is supposed to be the guy. And I saw Arroyo as well. I saw him at Pro Day. I was at Pro Day on Monday. And Will Mallory looked really good, man. I think Will Mallory's gonna turn out to be like a 7-8 year NFL guy. The way that he looked and how fast he ran in the combine, he's making really good catches, tough catches in the pro day. Like a lot of people were just clapping and cheering, seeing him do his thing. Tyreek looked good too. Tyreek looked really good, like in pro day as well. DJ Ivy, DJ Ivy is DJ Ivy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but Tyreek and Will Mallory, you pretty much can guarantee that those 2 guys are going to be your NFL draft picks in a couple of weeks. Everybody else is kind of like, I don't know, maybe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But those 2 guys look really good during pro day. But yeah, that's all I can really say as far as Hurricanes football news.
Okay. I was gonna ask you before we jumped off Hurricanes. I was gonna ask you. I've been hearing positive things about the backup quarterbacks. You feel me? As far as that black dude, Ja'Cory Brown, the one I heard that he's been dropping dimes. He's been like accurate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen it, because you've been covering baseball and then covering the basketball team and stuff like that. You probably got Frank Tucker probably holding it down for you while you handling other things. But I'm like, since I got you now, I'm like, man, let me ask Marcus and see, like, you feel me, is what I've been hearing like on point. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's good, especially with Emory, as well, I heard both of them been looking good. But I, personally for me, this a running league now. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm getting with TVD. Yeah, he's accurate for the most part, but he's not really athletic to be running around like that. You feel me? So for us to have a backup quarterback that got some reps last year that really, shouldn't have been in the game last year. And, a lot of people had a little bad taste in their mouth, like, why do we got this guy? But, how can you throw somebody to the wolves, he's not ready? Just like when we seen with the Dolphins, when Tua went out, when Teddy Bridgewater went out, and then we throw Skylar Thompson in, and he's not ready for, that type of heat in the beginning. But then he got to play another game, and then, he was a little bit more settled down. So looking at, the backup and hearing that he's accurate like that, I know he's athletic. I know he runs like a 4.3 or 4.4. He got track speed and stuff like that. I just want to hear positive things about the backups because I know TVD, most likely this is going to be his last year trying to be able to prove anything for the University of Miami. Like if the backups are good, then I know we're good. If you could tell me that the backups are good, then I'll leave it alone.
I mean, from what I hear, Jakari Brown is improving as a passer, and as far as his accuracy is concerned, like you said, he's still one of the fastest players on the team. So you already know he's always going to be a running threat, but you're a quarterback, so you got to be able to throw the football with accuracy and make good decisions. I haven't really been seeing a lot of the backups. I haven't really been watching them closely. And with the scrimmage they had last Saturday, it was closed to the media. Cristobal is very particular about these scrimmages, and he does not like the media around for these scrimmages, even in spring, which is weird. Like ain't nobody game planning for you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
now you can't say that. They hate us. The beaches, the women, and the weather. They're gonna find a way to get some type of plays or lock on certain plays. So he knows. He knows what you know and I know. They hate us, so we're not gonna give him anything.
Yeah. And as far as Emory Williams, I mean, it's the same. I mean, we can only go by what the coaches are telling us, and they say that Emory Williams has the tools to be great, and that he could end up being better than Jakari when it comes to accuracy is concerned. But he's young, so he's still kind of learning the system. Everybody's pretty much learning the system right now because it's a whole new offense. But the positive things about the offense is that everybody loves it, man. Everybody loves this new offense, man. When you talk to receivers, when you talk to the tight ends, the O-line, the running back coach, wide receivers coach, everybody loves this new offense. And it seems like it's going to put some points on the board, and that's something that we could not do last season. Definitely. It was some games last season that just made me want to throw up. Like
trust me.
When it came to offense, like I think the defense played well enough for us to win most games, except for that Middle Tennessee State game. I keep trying to forget
DJ Ivy.
Yeah. I mean, every he was burnt on that game, like toast. But yeah, I think the offense was the most disappointing point. I mean, the fact that you didn't score a touchdown against Virginia Tech and could barely score against Virginia, couldn't score against Pittsburgh, couldn't score against Florida State, like A&M, 9 points, no touchdowns. It's just ridiculous. Like that the offense with your given playmakers, like I know X was out most of the season and Tyler Van Dyke was out half of the season. But still, you should still, with that type of talent, be able to score points. And I'm pretty sure this team is going to score some points this season based on this offense, based on,
the O-line.
The O-line, because the other thing too that's coming out for spring is that pretty much we know who's gonna be the starters. We pretty much gonna know the offensive starters. Defense, not quite sure who's gonna be next to Leonard Taylor. Well, it's gonna be Leonard Taylor, Akeem Ezador, I think, and it's gonna be Jafari Harvey and Nigel Lee Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to rotate Reuben Bain. You're going to rotate the other transfer, Thomas Gore. You're going to rotate Branson Dean. And, that's going to be the rotation on the D line. Linebacker is pretty much going to be Francisco Mauigoa, Wesley Bassane. And then you're going to rotate Keontre Smith in there, and you're going to rotate Corey Flagg. Defensive back, it's going to be Daryl Porter is your corner, Takori Couch is your nickel, and Devontae Brown is going to be your other corner. Safety is going to be James Williams once he gets back from injury, and Cam Kinchins. And then safety, you'll probably rotate Caleb Spencer in, or rotate Chris Graves. Some of those younger guys that you don't see. Markeith Williams, I heard, is making some noise in the defensive backfield as well.
Okay.
That's pretty much going to be your starters. O-line, reason why I brought this up is that your O-line is pretty much set. Matt Lee is going to be your starting center.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Jalen Rivers is going to be, I think, going to be one of the starting tackles or guards. Who knows? Javion Cohen is going to be one of your starting tackles or guards. Inez Cooper is going to be your other guard. And then the other guy is going to be Mauigoa. Unless Zion Nelson, like I said, comes back and has a miracle and he comes back. But those are going to be your guys. Like, you pretty much know that now already. Henry Parrish, I heard, is doing really well in spring as well. Cristobal always mentioned Henry Parrish, so he's going to be your number one running back. And then once Mark Fletcher comes in the fall, he's going to be in that rotation. Trevante Citizen, I saw him at Pro Day. He still has a brace on, so that's a real serious injury he had, because his injury happened in fall camp, and he still has a brace on. So
precaution.
Yeah, who knows how he'll be in the fall. I did see Arroyo at Pro Day as well. I love Arroyo. I feel like they should have used him way more. He did not have a brace on. So I anticipate, I think people forget how good he is, and I think he's going to be a big factor coming this fall.
Okay.
And then but yeah, I mean, those, you pretty much know who's going to play and who's going to start and who's your starters. All those guys that I named, those are the guys that's going to play. And you already know who your kicker is going to be, Borregales, and then the punter, you got another punter from Australia that they brought in, you know what I'm saying, after Lou Headley is gone. So
down under.
We're going to keep that pipeline going. So yeah, man, you still got some guys that haven't even come in yet from the recruiting class, some of the old linemen, Tommy Kinsler, still not on campus yet. Frankie Tenelau, not on campus yet, but those guys likely just going to be backups just in case one of those guys go down. Like I said, Mark Fletcher, Chris Johnson Jr., not on campus yet officially, but they'll be in the fall. They'll be backing up guys. So that's pretty much, your lineup, guys that you don't mention that's been around.
The people that we should keep not mentioning.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say that they're gonna be in the transfer portal. I don't want to put some people out there, but
let them go.
There will be some more guys that are gonna be entering the transfer portal when that next window opens up, and those are guys that I'm not mentioning. The guys that have been on the team for a while that I didn't mention at all. Those guys are probably going to be seeking, another place to go.
Peace, my brother. Peace, my brother. Hey, look, the way I look at it is like when you go grocery shopping, man. You go grocery shopping, you get some new groceries, and the old groceries that you can't eat, can't do nothing with, you throw it in the trash. Right now, since we're not throwing you in the trash, you can go ahead and transfer all out of here. You know what I mean? It's all good. I still wish you guys well, but again, at the end of the day, we got a new general. We got a new lieutenant as far as with the offensive line coach, as far as what the offensive coordinator, as far as with the DB coaches and stuff like that. So again, after all these changes and stuff like that, it just shows it's you feel me? And I think probably a different environment will make you guys be a lot more productive. You heard what Deion Sanders say, you feel me? He wants certain people. You feel me? And that's the same thing that Mario Cristobal want. You know what I'm saying? We got the guy in the loafers and they got prime time, but it's all good. We all got the same agenda. We want these kids to go ahead and succeed, but we're not going to go ahead and be stagnant helping you succeed. You feel me? We're on a train, and you need to go ahead and be on this train. And if you can't be on this train or on this metro bus, you feel me? Then go ahead and get yourself a transfer. You feel me? And then, I don't know how much the transfers cost now. It used to cost like 10, 15 cents when we was catching bus back in the G. But get that transfer and go on up. You feel me? Go on up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all I can say really about Hurricanes football.
Okay.
We're gonna have the spring game in a couple of weeks. Still got a lot more practices to go. The only thing I could talk to you about Hurricanes is baseball. I've been covering baseball, and that's the other team that's the other championship program at Miami. Let me just say, once Miami wins this championship, let's put it in the universe.
Yeah.
That Miami would have won championships in football, basketball, and baseball, which a lot of other programs cannot say. Miami has 4 national championships in baseball, 5 national championships in football, and we waiting on the first national championship in basketball. Shout out to the women's team and what they did. They're like they were the lowest seed in this tournament to really kind of do their thing. They took down a number 1 seed on their home court. They came back from 17 points down in the first game, which is really exciting to watch. That last game was terrible though. It was like bad. Like that last game was terrible. It was bad. It was just a bad look for women's basketball too, because the shooting was terrible. It was just bad. But shout out to the girl Jasmine Roberts. I think she's a star in the making. She's wet with the mid-range. The mid-range jumpers has been wet. You know what I'm saying? So I think she's a star in the making. She's just a sophomore, so watch out for her. Okay. Destiny Harden, the heart and soul of that team. She's now gone. Loved covering her this whole year. She's a sweet individual, hard worker. The Cavender twins as well, very cool. Women, entrepreneurs. I guess you could say, NIL changed their life. You know what I'm saying? But that's a team that will continue to build as well. But tell me about the Heat, man, because I ain't really been watching them.
They ain't worth
doing all this Kane stuff.
They're not worth speaking of.
Damn, that bad.